game. How you do that?
Discussions about social issues without the liberal lapdogs shutting down the discussion. Broadcasting from the American Truth Project Studios in beautiful Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. This is Conservative Nation with your host, Jermain Botsio.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of Conservative Nation with me, your gracious host, Jermain Botsio. And on today's show, let me tell you something. It's a very special show. We're calling this Triple Threat Tuesday. Yeah, Triple Threat Tuesday. And I have two gentlemen that are absolutely awesome. Yeah, I absolutely do. One goes by the name of Jamal. The other, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, making a return, but it's a beautiful return, let me tell you. Jay McCain, how are you guys doing tonight, brothers? How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Absolutely.
Nice seeing you guys. Nice.
Go ahead and be the Triple J's again.
Absolutely. Triple J threat. Let me tell you, it's absolutely beautiful. Let me tell you, a lot of people have been praying about this. A lot of people love us together. And let me tell you something. Their prayers have been heard. You know? Yes. So I'm you know, how can I say, I'm very elated that you guys are all together with us, and I'm very, very excited for what this broadcast can bring. We have a very, very beautiful crowd tonight. We have a lot of folks in the house. A lot of people been waiting very early. Or, you know, I put the link out probably 2 or 3 hours ago, and we have some folks chilling in there talking, you know, eating a sandwich. So so they ready, you know, my crowd ready. Well, how are you guys? Are you guys ready?
Yes, we are.
I'm ready.
We've been ready for a long time.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and get rocking. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys do us a favor, a little bit of a favor. I need you guys to hit that like button, and I need you guys to share. All right? Yes, I need you guys to share. As you guys know, the Luciferian army is out there. The technocrats, they don't like us. Me and you. They don't, because we have the light of the Lord. Yeah, we can discern very, very fast, can't we? Yeah, so they don't like us at all, and they want us gone. So we need your help. A little bit of a favor. Hit that like button. Make sure you share. Don't treat me like your broke-ass daddy. Don't treat me like your one-eyed grandma, the one with the bad cookies. Yeah, she got some bad cookies. You know it. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share. First one up. First one up. I want to go ahead here and speak about crime in Biden Crime Wave America. Oh, yes. Everybody knows about the crime wave, don't you? Right? You can hardly keep money in your pocket now. You can hardly keep your TV on the wall. Ain't that crazy? Yeah, it's really crazy. You know it. Well, let me tell you something. This video has caught a lot of people's attention and is putting the focus back on crime. Yes, on crime. Caught on Ring camera, ladies and gentlemen. 2 burglars. Yes, they robbed an elderly couple at gunpoint. It is a very, very frightening video for a lot of folks. And I want to go ahead and show you guys this. When it comes back, I need to speak about this because there's a lot of angles on this video and there's a lot of ways you can look at this. All right? Absolutely. Make sure you guys share, hit that like button. Here we go. Here we go.
Get in the crib. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Y'all get in the closet. Get in the closet right now. Get in the closet. I'm not fucking playing. Get in the closet right now. Get in the closet. Hurry up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Hurry up. Get up. Hurry up. Get up.
Let me go ahead and rewind it just a little bit. Turn up the volume just a little
Get in
bit.
the crib. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Y'all get in the closet. Get in the closet right now. Get in the closet. I'm not fucking playing. Get in the closet right now. Get in the closet. Hurry up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Hurry up. Get up. Hurry up. Get up.
Outrageous.
I turned down a job hauling grain for Bob Ryan after I seen you yesterday. Maybe you better go see Ryan. He might have a job for you. All right.
Bow. I'm telling you, this type of nonsense has been going on way too often. In Biden crime-filled America, Biden has left a lot of people defenseless. And he's going after what he calls assault rifles. My goodness gracious. Jay, since you're on here, gosh darn it, let's start with you. What do you think about this, Jay?
It is nothing else short than reprehensible. First of all, you know, criminals nowadays are emboldened because they see the wicked White House that we have. We have a pedophile in White House. His whole administration are either satanic or lesbians or transgenders, which all equal to satanic. And because of that, these people do not know what the rule of law is because they have no fear of God in them. And because of that, you're going to have more of this going on. I used to say, oh, that's just Memphis, or, oh, that's just Chicago. But that could be anywhere in the United States of America now. This is the reason why I'm a strong supporter of the Second Amendment. Oh, yeah. I support the Second Amendment with extreme prejudice. And if you try to come into my house that way, you might as well call up Jesus right there because you're going to need him one way or the other.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, you have to support the Second Amendment when you see things of this nature. Mr. Jamal, what do you think about this here? Ain't this crazy, brother?
This is a disgrace because everybody knew this was happening summer of 2020 when they was burning and looting.
Yep.
And not one Democrat came out and said, this is wrong. The people doing it, regardless of what reason, need to be held accountable and locked up. So they knew this was coming. This was coming. And now it has came to fruition. People are seeing it. People are seeing the robberies of other Americans. And did these people vote for Joe Biden? Because let's say this. If you voted for Joe Biden and your biggest gripe was anybody but Donald Trump, you are getting what you paid for.
Mm-hmm.
Anything but Trump. That includes your stuff, your money, your car, your safety. Anything but Trump.
You ain't lying about that, Jamal. Anything but Trump. And you can see right here, they taking everything but Trump right here. I'm telling you, you ain't lying. Look at how these Negroes rolled up in here. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know these are Negroes raised by the mama. All right? They walk in pants sagging. So you know they weren't raised right. And they got that Ebonic speech. You know what I'm talking about, Jamal. They got that Ebonic speech. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they open the door. And I want folks to understand these are the people that Joe Biden loves. The one that he said, hey, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Right? These are the folks that he loves. Quite frankly. All right?
I agree with that.
You agree with that, right? Yeah, but I don't think anybody who is doing stuff like this is going to vote for Trump. They're going to vote for somebody who's going to keep their baby mama on the back, supporting the government. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shoot, they need a place to lay while robbing. Last words, Jay.
Yeah, one more thing about that right there. This is all a result of not having a daddy in the house, or not only are they being raised by a mama, but if they do have a man in the house, that man is so feminine he doesn't know what a true man is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 Timothy talks about this is going to wax worse and worse and worse. And the reason why is because we have too many females that think that they can do the job of a man, and they're teaching their boys that men are no good, and because men are no good, they're confused as to what a man is supposed to be. So therefore, they're not going to act like a man, and you're going to have more of this stuff going on because they don't know what a true man is supposed to be.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Yeah, absolutely correct. Mind of Jamal, please lay it down. Last words for us here, brother.
They need to do a drive-by whooping. Just get some old school 1950, 60 parents and just drive by and start whooping everybody. Because, I'm watching. They have no problem doing this. No shame. No shame. No conscience. Nobody looks like they even thinking this is wrong. They all in there like somebody owes them something, because that's what they've been told. They are victims. Somebody owe you this, and nobody owes them nothing.
Absolutely. Nobody owes them nothing. And Jamal, let me tell you something. These are the people who will say that they're oppressed. How much you want to bet?
Oh yeah.
Yep. They play victim. They play victim while victimizing other people.
There you go. Boy, they learn from the feminists. Let me tell you. They learn from the feminists. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys do us a favor, please, oh please. You see how crazy the world is, right? You see how crazy the world is. Me and my friend was just speaking about Gavin McInnes making up a lie. You know, you see, it's so crazy. You got fake conservatives making up a lie, saying that they were raided by the FBI. Yeah, had me up here talking and running my mouth for nothing. I could have been talking about Kamala Harris's hairy legs. You get what I'm saying? I can't even speak about her hairy legs. You got me over here speaking about something that didn't happen. Shoot. Man, that's outrageous. Hit that like button, make sure you share. All right? And if you can, ladies and gentlemen, do something and throw something in the tip jar for us. You see us up here giving you guys the good word, giving you guys something that a lot of folks really need, which is common sense and reality. All right? Absolutely. So make sure you guys do your due diligence, all right? Absolutely. Next one up here, I want to go ahead and show you guys another video. It deals with crime once more again, right? You see how crazy crime-filled Biden America is, right? You don't got no money. You got no money for cable either. And gosh darn it, ladies and gentlemen, the man in the White House is like Mr. Magoo. He don't see nothing. Ain't that crazy? Well, let me tell you something. After a mugging in a Philadelphia suburb, an affluent area, residents say it's very scary and not a very good feeling. So a lot of the rich folks right now are getting robbed, right? They were quiet and they saw the regular hardworking American get robbed, the blue collar guy. Now the white collar guys are getting robbed. Yeah, the $200 vases and stuff. Yeah, people are stealing them. Absolutely. Let me go ahead and run this when it comes back. I want to get you guys' take on it. Here we go. Craziness.
You walked out, you talked to your neighbors. This is really scary for somebody to pull guns on people and rob them. But that's the way it's going.
You never think it would be that close to home, that it would happen to right across the street or down the street or whatever. But it's very scary. And it's very scary.
Bill and Susie Williams have lived on County Line Road for more than 20 years and could not believe when they heard a man with a gun jumped out of the bushes and robbed two people within minutes of each other late Friday night. Something you rarely hear happening in Haverford Township.
The people, they don't care about anything anymore. They just want to do it and get money and do whatever they can do. And it's too many people like that unfortunately are doing it.
Haverford Township police say a similar crime happened late Thursday night on the 100 block of County Line Road. Police say this surveillance video shows the suspect following the victim right before the robbery occurs. Then two more robberies happened the next night on the 2200 block, all involving a man in a ski mask approaching people as they walked home, including a woman who yelled for help.
She reported she got knocked to the ground. Wanted her handbag, and the suspect grabbed her cell phone, pointed a gun at her.
Chief John Viola says police are looking for a black man with a large build, about 6 feet tall, in his late 20s. They're also looking for a white man with light hair with a similar build who drove the getaway car, a gray late model SUV.
You think about it, you're walking home, you're within yards of your house, and somebody appears out of the bushes and confronts you. There's not a whole lot you can do. Don't fight back. Give what you have. Give what they want.
Like sometimes we didn't lock our doors, but now I'm locking them all the time now. So, and I feel weird doing it because I've never had to do it, but now I do. It's not a good feeling.
Not a good feeling. Let me tell you something. I agree with her. Somebody jumping out of the bushes with a gun. Man, sounds like a horror flick. Jamal, what do you think about this here? Affluent area, another one. They just couldn't believe it. You know, in their area, Somebody jumping out of the bushes with a gun. I would like to hear somebody getting beat down after that. You get what I'm saying? And that'll be the guy who jumped out with the, out the bushes. What do you think here, sir?
Let me say this, Jermaine. I wonder how many of those people in those affluential neighborhoods voted for those prosecutors, judges, and mayors. I wonder how many people in those affluent neighborhoods had in front of their front yard Black Lives Matter,
There you go.
we all together. How many of them donated money to the mayor who said, I'm going to practice equity? Oh, the criminal justice system is unfair. It targets people of color. So we need to come up here with cashless bails. Just right, cashless bail. Because if you poor and you commit a crime, shouldn't you have a right to get out of jail like rich people? Not if you poor, you shouldn't be breaking the law because you can't afford to get out of jail. But no. They got to make sure everybody can get out of jail. And you voted for that, you got what you deserve. Now, for those who didn't vote for this, for those who were like, oh my gosh, that's why I voted against it, you need to be more vocal about what's going on and let them other people know it's y'all fault.
Absolutely. Let me tell you something. Mr. McCain, what do you say about this? What should people do to protect themselves here, sir?
Like I said before, I'm a strong supporter of Second Amendment, and I don't ask if somebody's breaking into my house. I'm not going to ask them if they have a gun or whether they go into my house. I'm not going to ask them that. There's going to be two things that are going to happen. They're going to hear two pops, and then after that two pops, I'm going to have my phone calling 911. Because and it's not so that they can send the police, but so that they can send the coroner. That's all they're going to do. But there's good news out of all of this. I was listening to that reporter, and they said that a black man robbed the guy and got in the car, and a white guy drove away. At least they're learning how to work with each other.
That's what I'm saying.
But all kidding aside, though, it's going to get worse and worse. And what you got the peddler and thief that's talking about wanting to take away our Second Amendment rights. Not our Second Amendment privilege, but a Second Amendment rights. With them talking about wanting to take that away, it's going to get a lot worse because you have criminals that know that they can get guns without going through the law, and they're going to have those guns regardless. And you're going to have idiots that's going to be wanting to give their guns up because Joe Brandon wants them to give their guns up. That's the most stupidest thing I could ever hear. If you're going to give your guns up because you have Democrats that's telling you to give your guns up, you deserve to get robbed.
Yep. Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. I have people like my mama who are very scared about a firearm. So what I did, and I told Jamal this, what I did was I got her one of these CO2 air pistols. It got a BB in it. Now Jamal said it ain't enough. She should learn how to shoot a gun. I agree with him, but my mama, she's scared. I'm scared she might shoot herself. So I got the CO2 air pistol. It come with some BBs in it. I shot it. It's very powerful. It could take out an eye and stuff. But things of this nature, do you think that things of this nature would be good for folks, like my mama, people who are scared, or do you think that they just need to get over that hump and really get serious enough to defending themselves and their family? What do you think about that, Jay, before we move on?
I'm a very strong supporter of families as well. And there was an escaped convict here about 4 months ago that escaped with a correctional officer. And when I heard about that, the first thing I did, and you guys understand this term, I swept my house, swept my property and stuff, and then I went over to my mom's house and did the same thing. Because I wanted to make sure that there were no issues or anything. No escaped prisoners around my mom's property, and she got a large house, and she has a large she got sheds in the back. So I had to make sure that they were clear when before I left. But I believe that there should be at least 1 or 2 people in a family that are experts with weapons, trained with a firearm, and there is no problem with going to a gun range and practicing or even taking some classes on training. It's not going to get any better, and that's one of the things that we have to understand. It's not going to get any better. You have criminals that are emboldened, and because they're emboldened, you need to make sure that you are. It takes 29 minutes sometimes for a police officer to respond to a house break-in. It takes 3 minutes for them to carry out that body after you shoot them because they broke into your house. Let me just put it like that. So it's up to you. Do you want to wait that 29 minutes for a police officer to come to your house, or do you want to stop the threat yourself, and then let them take that body out after 3 minutes? It's up to you.
It is. It's up to the person to do the right thing. I want to go ahead and give a shout out to my guy, my pal. Robert Marvin donated, took our $10 shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to also Walter Owens. He's a follower of the program. Says, I have a pellet rifle. It don't play. 1,400 feet per second. I have another person speaking about a nitrogen CO2 gun, and it kills squirrels. And I have some other people saying that, shoot, my mama might make somebody mad, and she might get really hurt.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that's where Jamal is at too. Aren't you? You're with that, Jamal, right? My mama might make somebody mad and not put them down, and then pretty soon she get whooped up.
She needs a sawed-off double-barrel shotgun.
Mossberg 500.
Shooting, and I mean not shooting double-eye, but shooting 3 slugs. Coming out like 45, and all she got to do is sit back, and once she caught them 2 hammers back, let go. Anything that was in a 10 feet radius like that, they gone.
They gone, man.
They never mess with her no more.
I just gotta get her into it. I say, hey, mama, 1 blast of this. That's it. They're gone. That's it, mama.
She ain't got to worry about it no more. She can walk away nicely, and if they grunting, they survive. If they ain't, well, they going to the upper room.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button. Make sure you share. All right, we got a lot more to discuss tonight, and you guys know we are going to be... We are. Not like this next guy, though. Let me tell you, we ain't flaming like this next guy. Don Lemon. I know, ain't that crazy?
He's flaming in the wrong
way, don't you?
He's flaming in the wrong way.
Yeah, I know.
Hello.
You did that too well, Jamal.
Really? Give me back my shirt.
Let me tell you something. Don Lemon is stumped right now and stupefied after a suggestion that the royal family should pay reparations. I mean, he's just absolutely stunned by it. He doesn't even say anything. I mean, when you shut down a Negro black man, especially a flamboyant gay one, my goodness gracious,
You done
we
shut
need to
him
take
up.
notes. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, no BLM, no nothing out of him? What? Let me go ahead and run this when it come back. I want to get your take on it. Should the royal family be paying reparations, or should Ubuntu and them? I think it might be Ubuntu and them. You know, Shaka Zulu and them. I think, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, they need to pay. Yeah, there should be a movement in this country. Shaka Zulu must pay. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I seen them Africans with them gosh darn gold chains. Gold chains look like it's going to break their neck. My goodness gracious. Hit that like button, make sure you share. Here we go.
And then you have those who are asking for reparations for colonialism, and they're wondering, you know, $100 billion, $24 billion here and there, $500 million there. Some people want to be paid back, and members of the public are wondering, why are we suffering when you are, you know, you have all of this vast wealth? Those are legitimate concerns.
Well, I think you're right about reparations in terms of if people want it, though, what they need to do is you always need to go back to the beginning of a supply chain. Where was the beginning of the supply chain? That was in Africa. And when across the entire world, when the slavery was taking place, which was the first nation in the world that abolished slavery? The first nation in the world to abolish it. It was started by William Wilberforce, was the British. And I think you're totally right. If reparations need to be paid, we need to go right back to the beginning of that supply chain and say, who was rounding up their own people and having them handcuffed in cages? Absolutely. That's where they should start.
It's an interesting discussion, Hillary. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I was presented with an opportunity that I can't pass up at this network. And we have a new boss.
Let me go ahead and stop it right here. So, my goodness gracious, his face, I'm telling you, it looked like he took a shh. That's what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? You guys can figure out what that is. But it looked like it, the way his face was. Let's go ahead here and start with Jay. Jay, my goodness gracious, what do you think about this? Somebody shut up a gay black man. My goodness gracious. Should we take notes?
Well, you know, first of all, CNN is trash. It's been trash for years. Even before President Trump got on scene, they've been trash. And second of all, you know, for Don Lemonhead to throw that question out during a time of them burying their queen. Now I don't respect the queen because, you know, hey, she puts her pants leg on. She put her pants on one pants leg at a time, just like anyone else. But even still, you're gonna go to a funeral and gonna ask them some stupid questions like that. It goes to show, first of all, you're not hip. Second of all, you're unintelligent. Third of all, you're not woke. And for him to do stuff like that, I'm glad he got shut up on his own show.
Absolutely. I think it's absolutely fantastic to see Don Lemon have nothing to say. You know, that's a fantastic day in history, let me tell you.
Yep.
Jamal, my goodness gracious, what do you think about this? Should Ubuntu and them, Shaka Zulu and them, yeah, the one with the big ass chains, I seen them chains, let me tell you. Do you think they should pay? Or do you think Negroes should keep their mouth shut and work? What do you think?
Well, Jermain, that means you may owe us some money.
Oh,
aren't you an original African up here? Now, hold on now. You talking about Mumbuku and you talking about all them. Ain't you from Guyana?
Yeah, my parents from Ghana. You know, I don't know if part of my family is slave traders. If they are, gosh darn it, I need some bread then.
But you know what? Here's what's funny. what she said was so obvious. Hey, you old people. Hey, what about the Africans who sold? Don't they have to pay money? Or what about the soldiers who died during the Civil War to free slaves? Do their families have to pay? What about the British sailors who died stopping slave ships?
There you go.
See, the thing is, nobody has pushed back on them when it comes to this subject. They get to say it, or like Ron Barker says, people forgot Muslims, the Arabs, started the slave trade out of Africa. So, can we get some of them Orwells, Rolls Royces, and long cloaks? And can I get me 3 more wives then once I get money? I get to have 4 wives. Blah, blah, blah. But I want to thank Lolly Ryder, Miss Lolly Ryder. Thank you for your kindness and generosity. Thank you, Miss Lolly Ryder.
Absolutely. Shout out to Lolly Ryder as well. Shout out to Brian Hendricks. He says a $10 challenge for the tip jar. Thanks, Jermain, for keeping it real and bringing the fire without feminine inspired emotion. No, gosh darn, I'm sorry about that, brother. Brother, my bad. It's like automatic. Yeah, he don't like that boat horn. I'm gonna have to get something else. Should I get like a woman screaming or something? Yeah, I could get some women screaming on here. Yeah, but shoot, boat horn, women screaming, dogs barking. We can figure something out. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Brian Hendricks. Shout out to Lolly Ryder. And shout out to John Lennon, my brother from another mother. He says Kimber makes a pepper pistol. Pepper pistol. Yeah, God, that might work. I might have to get that for my mama then. I think pepper pistol will put somebody down. But I got something for my mama now. Shout out to John Lennon. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, I certainly believe in a sense that people who are asking for reparations, they're looking for a handout in life. Okay? I can understand real reparations, but it's almost as if these people are grave robbers. I want you to understand that. A lot of these black folks who are claiming reparations, they have no descendant that was a part of this slavery and slave trade, right? Any person with black skin is supposed to get reparations. I mean, it gets down to where it's ridiculous in a sense. And then on top of that, let's keep it real. If they're not going after the Africans who are selling the slaves and getting rich, right? Ubuntu said those Negroes across the border, they're crazy, and he want to get rid of them. I want folks to understand Africans got rich from the Europeans off the slave trade.
Yep.
I want folks to understand the Europeans just didn't go to Africa and then start stealing Africans. No. The Europeans, if they went to Africa and started that, let me tell you something, they would be killed. They don't even know the land. The mosquitoes would have got the white man. Yeah, you think I'm playing? If you go to Africa, you have to take a shot. It's called a malaria shot. Yep. Malaria is very big in Africa. It kills ya. Let me tell ya. And back in the day, malaria was crazy. People were dying right and left. The white man would have just died in his venture to try to conquer Africa like this. I want people to understand. But the way that he did it was through relationships. Ladies and gentlemen, relationships with the African kings, the African tribes. And they went out and got people that they didn't like, right? People from the other warring tribes, and sold them to the white man. So if anybody is over here, crying about reparations, They should go speak to Shaka Zulu in them. Yeah, you go there. Make sure, you know, you have some chicken when you bring it in, because those spears and those tigers will eat you up. All right, you make sure you bring some chicken. Yeah, as a peace offering gift, then you go ahead and start speaking about reparations. See how far you get with them Africans. Let me tell you. See how far you will get. Last words here, Jay.
Well, you know, what we need to understand is, that these people that are talking about reparations and trying to say that the white man is their problem and stuff are the same people that are trying to keep you oppressed, if that be the case. You know, one of the things I tell a lot of Christians is that you can't worship the Democrat Party and worship God at the same time. And the reason why is because the Democrat Party wants you to play victim, and God said that you're more than a conqueror, and you got to pick which one you want to be. Matthew 24:6 says that you can't serve two masters. You're going to love one, hate the other. No, 6:24 says that you're going to love the one and hate the other, cling to one and despise the other. So you're either going to despise victimhood or you're going to love God, one or the other. You can't do both.
Absolutely fantastic commentary. Jamal, last words on this here, brother.
You know, everybody forgets one other key point. This proves their ancestors sucked. Their warriors sucked. We have been in the military. Jay, you, and myself.
Yep.
When the army comes and kick your hind parts, we get thing called spoils of war.
Oh yeah.
Where your great grandmama failed by your great granddaddy. Did he take off and tuck tail and say, I ain't fighting these. They got thunder sticks. If you sit here and you're always complaining about colonization, you're a colonizer. You are admitting your ancestors sucked.
Yep.
Their ancestor, your warrior ancestors. Oh my gosh, we're talking about the woman king. Your ancestors sucked. They got beat and chained and lost. So don't be talking about in Africa, we got kings and queens.
Yep.
Maybe you had some warriors, you wouldn't all be over here.
Yup. I always tell black folks to stop saying that. I said, how embarrassing is it to say that we came from kings and queens? We were kings and queens in Africa, and now look at you. You're lower than a peasant. Right? Imagine, think about it. You're lower than a peasant.
Yep.
You're crying for chips. You're crying for government cheese. And then you're talking about you used to be kings and queens. If I were you, I'd be quiet with that mess. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys do us a favor. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Okay, we got a lot more to discuss tonight. And as you guys can see, we are putting out some I'm telling you, it's a fire. Jay, you like that, right? I'm telling you, man, brother, man, we missed you on here. We certainly did. And let me tell you something. This white Republican conservative is putting out some fire right now. She has a rap video that is taking the political scene by storm right now. And I want to play it. I want to play it for you guys. I want to know what you guys think about this. When it comes back, we shall talk about the rapping conservative white woman. Let me tell you something. She might get a deal. Shoot. Universal. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Motown. Somebody gonna pick her up. Let me go ahead and run this when it comes back. Make sure you guys share, hit that like button. Don't treat us like some side chicks. Don't treat us like your grandmama. Yeah, the one that you hate when she come over, she smell. You know what I'm talking about? I got one of them too. Absolutely. As soon as she come over, I hit the door. Yeah, that's how that smell is. I hit the door real quick. Hit that like button. Here we go.
Hey, Utah District 12, listen up right here. There's a new name on the ballot for the Senate this year. My name is Linda Paulson, Republican and awesome. Love God and family and the Constitution. I tried to get another conservative to run. Nobody could do it, so I'm getting it done. I'm pro-religious freedom, pro-life, pro-police, the right to bear arms and the right to free speech. I want less government control and regulation, want to stop and expose all political corruption where there's integrity, morality, accountability. Government programs should lead to self-sufficiency and support traditional family as the fundamental unit of society. But in schools, they're pushing for new beliefs. And just to clarify this, because there's some who can't define this, as a female adult, I know what a woman is.
Female adult, she know what a woman is. Ladies and gentlemen, my goodness gracious.
I love this country. It's a blessing to be free, but freedom comes with responsibility. The Constitution needs to be protected, not changed or disregarded, but resurrected. If you share my values, if you like what I stand for, then give me your vote on the 8th of November. District 12 needs a choice. Let me be your voice, Linda Paulson. Linda Paulson for Senate.
Wow. Linda Paulson for Senate. My goodness gracious. Linda Paulson for Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, my goodness gracious. You're seeing that? She might get picked up by Universal. You get what I'm saying? Motown might get her. Ladies and gentlemen, one of them rap groups might pick her up. You get what I'm saying? She dropping that hot fire right now. Jamal, let's start with you, brother. Let's start with you. What do you think? Linda Paulson, she's running for a district, Utah District 12. Let me tell you, dropping that hot fire. Hold on, hot fire. What do you think about this? Rapping grandmama.
You know, it's funny and it's good. Listen, if this is entertaining, and you know what, she putting a smile on people's faces.
Oh, yeah.
Basically what she's saying is, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun with politics. And everybody else rapping, Chinese, you got them. Them. Everybody got a rap group, even the Flamos, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's funny, it's energetic, and people gonna remember that when they go to the polls.
There you go.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely. They will definitely remember the rapping grandmama. They'll say, "Who's that white lady with the fro? Yeah, I want to vote for her. She was up there tap dancing and rapping. All she needed was chicken." Jay, what do you think about this here, brother?
Oh my God. Oh man, I just lost my train of thought. One of the things that I mean, I have no problem with the rap. You know, first of all, rap was not developed by exclusive black people, and it's a form of music, and contrary to a lot of what people think, rap is not a problem. The problem is the lyrics that's in in rap, and so I have a problem with a lot of these Wakandans rap. So with hers, I have no problem with what she had to say.
Absolutely. You know, I thought what she said was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was a message. She had a good message with what she was saying.
Absolutely, you know? And she was a white person who could stay on beat. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find one of them. Let me tell you.
I don't know. My
brother got
my fiance, she got a pretty good beat too. So there you go.
Absolutely, she had a very good beat. She was, ladies and gentlemen, she was on time with the lyrics. Let me tell you something. White folks like that are hard to find, and she a conservative. She showed her husband. Yeah, she actually let her husband be in the front of the photo. Yeah, I kid you not. She wasn't one of them feminists. Absolutely. So she's bringing a very good message. She's pro-police. Even at the end of her song, she said that she's a woman who knows what a woman is. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, you can't beat that. She's a sound individual. And I think in this day and age, you need to be creative when it comes to marketing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at Donald Trump, for instance. The red hats are everywhere. Even bums are wearing the red hats. You get what I'm saying? A bum on the street is wearing the red hat saying, "Make America Great Again." It is all about the marketing. And in this day and age, you need to be able to, put yourself out there where people can be able to see you, especially with all the riffraff that's going on here. Last words with this, Jay.
You just mentioned the riffraff that's going on here, and see, one of the things that I love that the candidate was talking about is how pro family she is. People can say a lot of words. They can say that they can promise you this and promise you that, but the Bible says that wherefore by their fruits you should know them. If she's showing pictures of her family, showing pictures of her husband, showing pictures of the gatherings of with the family and stuff, that's what I care more about. Just politicians are not made to get me a job. Okay, that's not their job. Their job is to make sure that our country is safe and that we can either succeed or fail on our own merits. I don't need somebody to try to make me successful. I'll never be able to appreciate it like I can appreciate it making me successful. So again, her message was spot on. All this other garbage that people want to promise and stuff, she was talking about what she can do and what her fruits are showing. So I do like what she had to say.
Absolutely. Jamal, please lead us out. Last words.
This day and age, you have to do something to separate yourself from candidates. You have to do something that's going to make people remember. Rapping grandmama. Whether if you're independent and you're going down, who do I vote for? This guy. Yeah, this guy. Who is this? Oh, that's rapping grandma. Yep. I don't know. I'm gonna vote for her anyway, just because she's doing it. How many people are gonna say that?
Mm-hmm.
And is that gonna be enough to get her to win? Hope it does, because she deserves it. Like Jay said, family, faith, country.
Absolutely. Just like Lloyd Tristler saying, shout out to Lloyd Tristler, says her message was great. Family, God, and country. Absolutely. You can't lose with a message like that. You absolutely can't lose. And I want to go ahead and give a shout out to the beautiful Kristen Walker. Kristen Walker donated, took our challenge. Absolutely. Shout out to you. Yeah, you said make it stop. Yeah, it was good though, Kristen. Don't be hating on that grandmama. That grandmama was good, Kristen. Watch her win. Let's go ahead and move forward. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. I want to speak about immigration. Immigration is a big deal right now. The Luciferians, people like Mr. Magoo. You guys know Mr. Magoo, right? Yeah, I called Biden Mr. Magoo. He looked like Mr. Magoo. He can't see nothing like Mr. Magoo, too. Mr. Magoo and them folks think that they can have illegals just run up in here and dump them anywhere. And it's hurting a lot of cities and communities around our country. Now, there's conservatives out here who want to make a point. They want to make sure that the people who are voting for policies that are making illegals easier to come in here really, know what the heck they're doing, in a sense. But it seems like a lot of them right now are in a position of power, and they want to stop any sense of what I call honesty and reality from being shown. The Texas sheriff opens probe into DeSantis migrant flights to Martha's Vineyard. We reported on this last week that Ron DeSantis sent immigrants to Martha's Vineyard. I believe it was fantastic. It was beautiful. But apparently the liberals said that it was evil. They said it was unchristian-like. And these are the same folks that hate God, hate family, gosh darn it, hate everything. Let me go ahead and run this when it come back. I need to speak about this. Make sure you guys share. Make sure you guys hit that like button. You can see what it is. You can see how these folks are trying to stop us. And it's through us sharing and making the program known, which is hitting that like button. Here we go.
Another local name in law enforcement is weighing in on the war on immigration. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar says Florida's governor is playing with human life. Salazar is accusing Governor Ron DeSantis of taking advantage of asylum seekers for political gain.
I believe that they were preyed upon. Somebody came from out of state, preyed upon these people.
Ridiculous.
Lured them with promises of a better life, which is what they were absolutely looking for. Political affiliation has nothing to do with it. It's doing the right thing.
Sheriff Salazar says some of the asylum seekers claimed they were recruited outside a center in San Antonio under false pretenses. He says the nearly 50 migrants from Venezuela were then flown to Florida and then on to Martha's Vineyard last week. Salazar says he is pursuing criminal charges and is looking into whether any laws were broken. Governor DeSantis said the state of Florida paid a company to charter planes to the wealthy vacation hotspot. DeSantis has been a critic of President Biden's immigration policies.
Now, before we speak about this sheriff, I want to go ahead and run a quick video, Fox clip. It has a Martha's Vineyard resident, and she was asked about the immigrants and what she thinks about it. I want to just run it real quick, and then we'll get you guys' take on this, because I'm telling you, this debate on this is it's heating up. It's heating up. Here we go.
Were you surprised at all when Governor Ron DeSantis decided, okay, you know what? Guess what? I'm going to send 50 of the migrants who volunteered to come to to Boston, to come to Martha's Vineyard. Were you surprised when they arrived?
No, I wasn't. And I really praised him for doing that, because it wasn't a stunt. I know the media has been saying it's a stunt. But, how do you get the attention of the administration? How do you get the attention of Harris, who's supposed to be in charge of this?
Do you think she's been a good border czar?
It's really a joke, and everyone knows it.
Wow. So the Martha Vineyard, the resident there says that she is in support of Ron DeSantis. She doesn't think it's a stunt or a joke. And she claims, she says that everybody knows Kamala Harris as a border czar is a joke. Mr. McCaney, what do you think about this?
Well, first of all, I don't call her Kamala. I call her Willie B's side chick. But other than that, I was looking at that clip, and one of the things that stood out is that some of them had better phones than most people that I know.
You ain't lying.
And so they're not as poor off as these people think that they are. That's the second thing. Third thing is I can't understand the reason why Democrats say that it's unchristian, like to send illegal aliens to the place where they're supposed to be supporting illegal aliens. That sounds hypocrisy to me. And the last thing is that for them to even utter the words unchristian, just make it's like a gut punch to me, because of them supporting Sikh men being in the same bathroom as little girls, and they supporting killing babies in and out of the womb, and all the other things that God calls an abomination. So for them to say something is unchristian, like, you better believe it must be most Christian like.
Fantastic commentary. Let me tell you something, Mr. Jamal. What do you think about this? What do you think about that gosh darn sheriff of all things? And you know what the sheriff is saying? He's saying that he's looking for criminal charges. He want to put criminal charges on somebody. He's saying that these immigrants were preyed upon. My gosh darn eyelids started flipping when he said stuff like this. What do you think about that?
I want to thank Christian Walker. I don't think I did thank Christian Walker for her kindness and generosity and donation to Cash App. Everybody, we all appreciate donations. Thank you, everyone, because they help pay for things for our pages. So please don't forget Jermain, Jay, myself, Jay, Jermain, myself. Please be kind and donate. There should be a way he should be removed. That sheriff should be removed. From what I'm seeing, Texas have always been sheriffs, your law and order. So they never put it in their constitution from what I'm seeing. And if you are from Texas, please let me know if I'm wrong. But there is no way for Governor Abbott to remove him.
Nope.
Because he needs to be removed. This is the same man who had 48 illegal immigrants die in the back of a tractor trailer.
Yep, that's true.
That was his county. And he's out here doing this. She's out here. He's out here doing this type of crap. No. Enough is enough. He needs to be removed, because if he's willing to pay politics like this, he needs to be removed. Governor Abbott ought to come out and put him in his place. Have the Texas Senate or the Texas House come together. Jay, nobody can see your link. Somebody just said, Jamal, does Jay have a link? Don't see it up. So next time you talk, please make sure you
we're gonna have to get that in there. You know, ladies and gentlemen, gosh darn, we're black folks.
But
all right, I just want to put that out. I don't know if they know we're black or not, but gosh darn, you know, I'm look how black I am. I'm black as sin. That's hard to be.
I didn't know it was black.
I'm bigger than black. You know, look at this Tommy Hilfiger long sleeves. Gosh darn, I look like I'm a part of the long sleeves. Shoot.
I say that you're coconut brown, I'm pecan tan, and I don't know what Jamal is. I don't think Jamal knows what Jamal is.
I'm just beautiful. I'm just beautiful.
Oh Lord.
Hey Jay. Hey Jermaine.
Yes, sir.
Only me, Jermaine. Jay isn't coming up there too. Like when you talk to all three of us.
He is.
Okay. Oh, there he go. He ugly in 3D. Okay.
There you go. There you go. He got his stuff up there now. Perfect.
In 1280p, he ugly. Oh, Lord.
I'm telling you.
Actually, it's 1080p, doof.
1280p, because that's with stereo.
I'm telling you. Ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button. Make sure you share. All right, make sure you do share. Let's go ahead and move on. I want to speak to you about Texas. Texas sends another busload of immigrants to Kamala Harris's crib. You know the trash can right next to Oscar the Grouch? You guys know Oscar the Grouch, right? Don't act like you don't know Oscar the Grouch. Ladies and gentlemen, you know who Oscar the Grouch is. He's on Sesame Street. Right? He live in a trash can. It's lovely, let me tell you. I see him cooking ribs and gosh darn shrimp right on that trash can. Let me tell you something. Live right next to Kamala Harris. I kid you not. And the immigrants are sitting there right next to the trash can. Let me go ahead and run this when it comes back. I want to get you guys' take on this. Should we send some more to her trash can? You know what I'm saying? Everything she does is trash anyway. You know what I'm saying? Here we go.
Now, where the Texas governor has sent another busload of migrants to Kamala Harris's home in Washington, D.C. Critics say that this is posing an important question. Have the migrants turned into pawns in the political slugfest between Democrats and the Republicans? The migrants, totaling around 50 in number, includes a 1-month-old baby. Governor Greg Abbott's policy is to target the Biden administration over its immigration policies. Just this week, Vice President Kamala Harris called the border secure and under control. So Abbott took a dig, saying that the current administration is ignoring the crisis at the southern border. He also added that it has overwhelmed Texan communities for almost 2 years now. It is important to know that Abbott isn't alone. Many other Republican states are joining the move. For example, Florida governor arranged for a group of migrants to be flown to Massachusetts. Even the city of El Paso has begun sending migrants to New York. These are believed to be mostly from Venezuela. Texas alone has bused about 8,000 migrants to Washington since April.
We just received one bus coming from Texas, about 50 migrants, a lot of children. There's about 1-month-old baby on the bus, and they were dropped off at the Naval Observatory.
Making some tacos right.
Now, Kamala Harris has called the move a political stunt. Democrats and immigration advocates have condemned the transfers. They've called for an investigation into potential trafficking offenses.
I know, right?
Shoot, we eat out the back. We get them when they come to the back of the daggone construction sites.
Absolutely. From that little food truck.
Oh, we get them. They
trucks
drive.
Bingo, bango, ladies and gentlemen. You see that? You know, the liberals are saying that conservatives, the Republicans, they're using the migrants as some sort of political ploy. You know, shoot, with all this talk that the liberals do, right? All this inviting talk, you're so inviting, right? You say that we should, you know, supply these illegals with ways for them to get work, ways for them to, you know, get a home and things of this nature. Well, why don't you do it? Why don't we, instead of them busing illegals and have them put in the gutter, why don't they just come and live in a fresh new place, a place that is filled with liberalism and, you know, unity and whatever else, you know, they come up with. Jamal, what do you think about this here, brother?
Oh, you saw how quick they left Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, in a hurry.
What are they doing here? We said we support immigrants. We ain't say y'all could come here. Oh, no. Somebody call out the military and get these Spanish-speaking Negroes off here. They ain't got no jobs. Hold up. You know how to use a leaf blower?
You know how to use a leaf blower?
Senor, get him off here. Barack Obama won't nowhere to be found. Barack Obama was looking out his window.
Gosh,
they came. Oh, Michelle, shh. turn the TV down. Act like we ain't here. Oh, bye-bye. You said we coming here. Shh, they gonna go away. They gonna go away. Shh. Melania, shh, shut up, Mianca, and sit right. Shh.
Oh, Lord. Mr. McCaney, what do you think?
Well, I think it's just like that that first video that you showed, that the two guys robbing the elderly couple. The elderly couple probably voted Democrat, voted for Black Lives Matter, and all the above. And the same thing with Martha Vineyard. Martha Vineyard, I read somewhere it's like 90% liberal. Yep. So you got them, you got all of them talking about how they support illegal aliens and nobody's illegal. They should be able to stay wherever they want. You got Alexandria Occasional Cortex that like to go down to the Texas border and act like she's crying because she see the cages and stuff. Where's she at now? I'm telling you, these people. If these people say that is daylight, you better be outside looking for the moon.
Yeah.
You ain't lying about that. I'm telling you. You know, it gets to the point where, in my personal opinion, you have to fight back as a conservative, as a person of God, as a person of truth. You know, we're at this point where if we don't say anything, we don't do anything to prove our point, we're going to be stuck with this. And I want folks to understand, they want to blow this country up. They want them bust here so that they can use all our social services, okay, to the point where, you know, a person who really needs it can't get it. It destroys the country. I want somebody to understand something here. That there's a guy in here. Rome failed because of immigration.
Yep.
Okay, not because of racism. There's an idiot in here.
Where he at? Woo! Where he at?
He's on YouTube. We're streaming on. I'll send you the link. Not
name.
racism, immigration. I want folks to understand that. All right? Immigration, illegal immigration is what made Rome fall.
What's his
Illegal
name?
immigration right now is destroying our country. If you look at the drugs that are coming in, fentanyl, number one. Fentanyl's in everything. In Rice Krispie Crunch, gosh darn it, and Kit Kats, ladies and gentlemen, even in the weed you smoke, they're putting fentanyl in it. Don't believe me? Go look it up. And the fentanyl's coming across the border because they can the Mexicans over there can make it cheaper, ladies and gentlemen, and then move it across the border. So we are in a very dangerous situation, and the best way for us to get out of it is for us to do the right thing and make sure that these people pay. These people need to be locked up, Jamal. Last words, Jay.
Well, first of all, let me talk about that person that wanted to say that Rome didn't fall because of immigration. First of all, it probably doesn't affect him because he's still living in mommy's basement, and as long as he got a Cheetos supply, he doesn't care about that. But honestly, a nation without laws is not a nation. Let's be honest. A nation that has no borders is not a nation. You cannot. It's just like that guy I just talked about with his with his in his mommy's basement. If his mommy didn't have walls around his house, he wouldn't have a house. He wouldn't be able to play his Xbox in private. So he need to chill with that. And people need to understand that we have to protect the American citizens before we allow all these illegal immigrants, these illegal aliens to come in here.
Absolutely. Last words, Jamal.
Obviously, this person don't know Roman history. Rome was destroyed because during their expansions, people won't signing up, people won't fighting for the Roman Empire. Rome had got so high and mighty. The same thing with the United States. They start getting in pleasures and love and philosophy and education that nobody was picking up the sword fighting for the Romans. So the Romans start putting barbarians amongst their ranks. Well, the barbarians won't go fight for Rome like Romans would. Now, this happened. Rome also went through a civil war. You had Eastern Roman Empire, Western Roman Empire. They became so divided against each other that they had a civil war. They split up, Eastern Roman Empire, Western Roman Empire, and then they fell apart. So that's what happened. Oh yeah, you got a super chat on Rumble, Jermaine.
Let me go ahead and give a shout out to Pookie Martinez real quick. Pookie Martinez says the only credentials Bob Marley got is cleaner Willis Willie. Look for a tongue still there. Oh, Kenyon and Michael approved it. Let's flame. Shout out to Pookie Martinez. And I also want to give a shout out to the beautiful Nancy O'Neill. Nancy O'Neill donated through our PayPal, took our challenge. Jay, you got something to say here, brother?
Yeah, I want to thank Kristen Walker for the Cash App donation, and also want to thank Miss Melinda off of PayPal as well. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Shout out to you guys. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and move on here. We are making fantastic time, let me tell you. I want to go ahead here and speak about our last topic, and it deals with Mr. Magoo. All right. Yeah, Mr. Magoo. Let me tell you something. I really want that name to stick with him because he's literally Mr. Magoo. There should be a cartoon of Joe Biden and Mr. Magoo. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, my goodness gracious, it might be number one. How dumb they are. They both dumb. Let me tell you. Well, let me tell you something. Mr. Magoo, Joe Biden, he was recently on 60 Minutes, and he said something that was very, very, very interesting, let me tell you. Biden says that the pandemic is over. That's what he said. It was news to me and a whole bunch of other folks. Let me go ahead and run this when it comes back. I want to get your take on it. I'm wondering if the liberals got the code too, that the pandemic's over. Because apparently they still ranting and raving on CNN about it. You know? Here we go. Make sure you share.
Mr. President, first Detroit auto show in 3 years.
Yeah.
Is the pandemic over?
The pandemic is over. We still have a problem with COVID. We're still doing a lot of work on it. But the pandemic is over. If you notice, no one's wearing masks. Everybody seems to be in pretty good shape. And so I think it's changing, and I think this is a perfect example of it.
Wow. So very quick, very smooth, straight to the point here. He goes and says, hey, you know, the pandemic's over. He's saying, look, aren't you guys dumb? You guys are supposed to be stupid. The pandemic's over. You know, nobody's wearing masks anymore. You know, children are licking on lollipops again. My goodness gracious. It's over. Jay, are we retarded? Or is it still going on? What was going on? He's saying it's over. I mean, what do you think here?
I think Jamal is mentally challenged, but
that's why you coughing like you got China.
But get back to the pedo and thief. First of all, I'm never going to call him president because he's not. Second of all, this man has been lying for the last 2.5 years about this pandemic. This thing been over since the third month of this pandemic. And it's just that Democrats love the power that they've gotten off of this, so they're going to continue to play this thing out. And in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't do the same thing before November 8th. So, but these people are monsters. They're demonic, and I don't believe anything that they say. I've never worn a mask, and I never will wear a mask. So, piss on him.
There you go. I like that comment. Piss on him. That's a very nice comment, sir. Jamal, my goodness gracious, what do you think about what Mr. Magoo said? He said it's over. You can stop pretending, put down the mask. He thinks you're crazy. What do you think?
Well, I'm shocked because I always thought Jay wore a gorilla mask, but I see he doesn't wear one. Oh, I thought he had on one of them old Godzilla versus King Kong. Or does he have on a Mortal Kombat?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Which is better than Godzilla versus King Kong, but
the movie sales.
Oh my goodness.
This right here, and I'm gonna try to walk it because I know they'll try to flag your page on YouTube.
Oh, you know it.
But Joe Biden has said this is over. So now YouTube can't say nothing when people talk about it. It's over. This is what the president of the United States said. And this crap that they keep doing when he say something, they go run behind and change him. Either he's competent enough to do the job, or you gotta put him in a nursing home and take him out of office. He can't be both. Every time you turn around, the White House gotta say, nope, he didn't mean that. He sat there and said, we gonna defend Taiwan with troops.
Yep.
Now,
he certainly did.
China don't even take him serious because they didn't sit there and be like, okay, we gonna launch nukes. Russia, they're saying like, okay, come on, Ukraine, keep following us up in here. And now they hitting Ukraine back. You ain't hearing no more about Ukraine in the news. Ukraine got a counteroffensive.
Nope.
And Joe Biden let it slip. They won't win it. If you look at that 60-minute interview, is Ukraine winning? Well, they're doing better now.
They're doing better now.
So you mean we've been giving these people all these billions?
It was a fraud.
And they're not winning? We knew that.
Yup. We knew what it was. It was a transfer of wealth. This is what it was. They knew that they weren't going to win this. And what did the Democrats start doing? Popping up every sort of fund possible. Hey, we need to send money over there because the kitty cats need a place to stay. You see, all the bombs, they don't, took out the kitty cat shelters. So we need to send money so we can build kitty cat shelters. Dumb stuff like that.
$40 billion. Actually, $80 billion.
$80
After it's all said and
billion.
done, they sent $80 billion. Now, how's that going to help our recession? Or no, our inflation? How's that going to help?
It's going to make it 10 times worse. That's what's going on right now, ladies and gentlemen. Used cars are up. A dozen eggs, ladies and gentlemen, $5. Come on. We need to start using common sense, and we need to start, really pointing out what's really going on. Now, I believe that this pandemic from the beginning, and I've said it on this show, is a political animal. This was just used for people to gain control, gain power, gain wealth. That is it. None of these folks are even scared about the pandemic. As a matter of fact, if you watch Joe Biden, he played around with the mask. There's plenty of interviews he's done where he didn't even have the mask on when it was, quote unquote, really bad. he was out there still speaking and spitting on folks. So for him to now say it's over, it just lets me know that these people were just playing a game. That's it. And let me tell you something. This game hurt a lot of people's lives. It certainly did. Last words on this, Mr. McCain.
You know, they tried to blame all of this on President Trump when he was in office and everything. And and as we've seen, you have more people that have died from the Flu Manchu under the peddle and thief reign more than anything else. And it's not presidency. It's a regime, and it's a reign. So whatever they're telling you to do, you do the total opposite of what needs to be done. And these people are responsible for a lot of people dying and stuff. And that's the reason why I can't understand reason why people is even thinking that this man is competent. He's not running the country. He got a whole cabal that's running this country. He's just a figurehead.
Absolutely. It's a cabal that's running this country, and this cabal wants your soul and wants your children. Jamal, last words here, sir.
Joe Biden has gotten somebody killed. He has gotten an 18-year-old child killed. I want you to listen to this. A North Dakota man was charged with killing a teenager using his vehicle, has admitted to intentionally hitting him after a political dispute, claiming the boy was part of a Republican extremist group. Shannon Brinton, 41, killed 18-year-old Kayler Engleton, ran him over in an alley. All that MAGA Republican stuff and these people are extremists. This man ran an 18-year-old boy over with his vehicle in an alley. He ran him down and killed him. This is why I say Democrats are not our friends. There is no talking to these people. There is no understanding and compromise on these people. This man is evil.
He is.
This is evil. And you know what? Every Republican, if every Republican is not if the North Dakota senator, North Dakota congressman do not go to the floor and call this mess out, Republicans, you don't deserve to win. You don't deserve to win.
Joe Biden has the spirit of Antichrist about him, and I hope people understand that. With his support of things that God has called an abomination, with his speech calling MAGA Republicans extremists, with him telling people that we are the greatest threat in history. This is the reason why I would never give up my Second Amendment right.
Nope.
I live in Alabama, and we're pretty red here, but we do have idiots running around here, and I will not be a statistic just like that guy was in North Dakota. We're going to have more of what happened in North Dakota. We're going to have more of that around the country. We better be prepared for that.
Absolutely. We better be prepared, and we better be praying about the things that we need to do. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers, that is the end of the program. I want to thank everybody for coming on in here, everybody for hitting that like button, everybody for sharing. As you guys know, it has been difficult with the technocrats being around here, trying to make sure that, people like us don't get around. As you guys know, Facebook was in the news last week. They've been caught once more again snooping on Trump supporters online. Facebook. So you know that they've been watching us, screwing with the program, making sure that our feeds don't get out. right? Their lowest distribution ever. They're making sure that people don't find us. So it's a very big deal, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very big game that is being played, and they are trying to play to win. And let me tell you something, we are going to win as well. So I want to thank you guys all for coming on in here. I want to thank Jay McCaney, the Christian conservative, and our good friend, Mind of Jamal, for joining us on this beautiful Triple Threat Tuesday. Any last words for our beautiful crowd, gentlemen?
Triple Threat Tuesdays is here. Yes, we hope, Lord willing, because it's not promised us to see another day, but long as God put breath in our bodies, sit up, relax, have a good time. Jermain from the streets, Jay from the church, and I'm all over the place. So you know what? Let's have a good time. Triple Threat Tuesday, the 3 J's.
Absolutely. Mr. McCaney, any last words here, sir?
Well, I do agree with Jamal. He is all over the place. But you know, I enjoyed doing this with you guys. It's been a pleasure, and I'm glad that we had this opportunity to speak about what's going on today and applying it to the Word of God. So I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely. I want to thank you guys for coming on in here. You know, I really do appreciate it. You know, from my accident and my recovery, and you guys working with me, I really do appreciate that. I appreciate the audience as well for hitting that like button and sharing. I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Ron Gusto before we take off. Ron Gusto donated, took our challenge on Cash App. Absolutely, he is on YouTube. I'll be on tomorrow. I believe I'm gonna have what's his name, Anthony Allen. So it should be a very good show, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow as well. Come and hang out with us, you know, let down your hair, smoke a stogie, you know, and just chill. You get what I'm saying? It's hard. It's hard out there. I understand. So that's what it is. You guys take care. Have a very, very good night, and I'll catch you guys here later with another edition of Conservative Nation Triple Threat Tuesday. Good night.